I don't think we put too much emphasis on ending 2024 necessarily. We're focused on the season, and we owed these guys from the last time we played, so we feel good about a win, and then we're going back there tomorrow. So it's important that we take the good things out of this game and we get ready to go again.
What did you think of Tanev coming back after taking a punt?
Yeah, no surprise from him. Tough guy, competitor, ultimate kind of warrior. So, albeit impressive with him, it's almost not surprising.
Is he even more that way than you thought he would be more? Even though he had that reputation.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's safe to say.
What's it like having Steven Lorentz as a teammate?
It's great. Big goal, obviously, and great shot, and he plays hard. He does all the right things, and he plays within structure. He plays physical. He's committed. So you want guys like that on your team.
What did you see on your goals?
Just good play by Ville. He make great play behind the net, and he saw me in front of the net and passed me, and yeah, it was good play by him.
What did you think of Chris Tanev taking a punt to the face and then coming back a few shifts later?
Yeah, he's warrior. He's showing his whole career. He's blocking a lot of shots, and you can see he got the puck to the face, and he's back in a couple of minutes. So yeah, he's a great warrior.
What do you see the importance of getting secondary scoring in a game like this for you and Lorentz?
Yeah, for sure, it's important. Like, if other guys score the goals, it's helping the team win. So yeah, it's important.
What did you make of Steven Lorentz's goal?
Yeah, well, it was nice move, and even better shot. So good for him.
What did you think of Big Walls in that today?
Yeah, I mean he's a great goalie, and he show it today. So good job by him.
Describe your goal.
Yeah, I kind of blacked out afterwards, but no, it was a hard-working goal, and it started in our own end from Dewey and Revo, and Revo made a great play on the wall, and I just had some speed coming through the middle, so I thought I might try and put it to one side and then try to put it behind him and hop around him, and it's fortunate enough it got there, and then I just fired it on net, and fortunate enough it went in. So one I'll remember. It was pretty cool to do that and then hear the building go live like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
You always do that thing. Sorry, you always do that thing in the warm-up where you're bouncing off the glass.
Yeah.
Right? Is that just to get your blood pumping? Why do you do that?
Yeah, that's the only way you can really warm up the shoulders without running your teammates over. So I just like getting used to or accompanied to the glass because it's different in every rink. So I'll just hop into the glass, get the shoulders warm, and it kind of gets me in the zone. So I've been doing that for a while, and I know some people think it's a bit of a gimmick or something like that, but it helps me, so I'm just going to keep doing it.
But your helmet strap got caught there last time.
Yeah, I got no words for that. I thought someone ripped it off my head, but Max Domi actually took time out of his warm-up, went, cut it out, and brought it back. So great teammate, great team guy by Max. So yeah, definitely something I haven't seen before, but I hope it doesn't happen again.
How long had you been dreaming of doing that Lambo leap into the glass after
Yeah.
winning goal too?
Yeah, definitely wasn't the celly on my mind, but the boards are just kind of there, and I thought I might as well test them out one more time. So no, it was pretty cool. Yeah, it felt nice.
What makes Tanev so efficient in the defensive zone? We talk about the blocks and all that.
You can look at, I mean, you just know what he brings every single night, and it's not flashy. And I mean, you need guys like that in your roster if you're going to win championships. And he's just such a selfless guy, very humble and quiet. But he's the first guy to be laying out in front of pucks. And obviously you saw what happened when he lost his teeth against these guys. I don't know if it was last year, a couple of years ago, and then again tonight he takes one up high. So that's just the position. He's getting pucks that are deflected up, and he's just on the unfortunate end of it sometimes. But he's a warrior, and he came right back and. Played a solid shutdown game for the rest of the third. So we weren't shocked to see him come back, and obviously a big dash on his face, but that's just the kind of guy he is.
The Leafs center dilemma: who can strengthen the roster? If you're a Toronto Maple Leafs fan like me, you know the team's center depth has been a constant concern this season. With Auston Matthews set to return from a mysterious upper body injury next week, the excitement of having our star back is palpable. However, there are still serious issues to address in the center position to keep the team competitive and, of course, fuel our playoff dreams. David Kampf, a key piece in the center rotation, is sidelined with a lower body injury. As if that weren't enough, Kalle Jarnkrok is still recovering from surgery, leaving another gap in the lineup. Max Domi, expected to be a versatile asset, has been placed on injured reserve, further aggravating the situation after missing consecutive practices due to lingering pains. To sum it up, the Leafs are missing 4 functional centers, and the pressure to act is mounting. James Myrtle, a respected Leafs analyst and contributor to The Athletic, highlighted a series of potential trade targets to address this dilemma during his appearance on the JD Bunkies podcast. Among the names mentioned, two stood out: Nick Jugstad and, for the nostalgic fans, a possible reunion with Ryan O'Reilly. Jugstad seems to be Myrtle's favorite, and for good reason. The player, who signed a 2-year deal with the Utah Hockey Club last offseason, carries a manageable $2.1 million cap hit, which is essential for a team as salary cap-strapped as the Leafs. Additionally, standing at 6 feet 6 inches and weighing 205 pounds, he would bring not only physicality but also consistent offensive contributions. Jugstad is the most viable option for the Leafs right now, Myrtle stated on the podcast. And he's right. Experienced and versatile, Jugstad has played for several teams, including the Florida Panthers, Pittsburgh Penguins, Minnesota Wild, and Edmonton Oilers, and could quickly adapt to the Leafs' dynamic. With an affordable contract and a solid track record, he offers a practical solution without sacrificing too many future assets. However, it's impossible to ignore the possibility of a Ryan O'Reilly return. Yes, we know he chose the Nashville Predators last summer in search of a quieter environment, but the Leafs management still holds him in high regard. The 2019 Stanley Cup winning captain with the St. Louis Blues is precisely the type of player any contender would love to have on their roster. However, the cost of bringing him back would be steep, both in terms of trade assets and cap space adjustments, as Nashville or a third team would need to retain part of his salary. I don't think the O'Reilly scenario is entirely out of reach, Myrtle said, showing that there's optimism within the organization. However, there are doubts about how much it's worth investing in a 33-year-old player, even with his impeccable credentials. Meanwhile, cheaper internal options like Steven Lorentz, Connor Dewar, Pontus Holmberg, and Fraser Minten have been mentioned. But let's be honest, these names might serve as short-term stopgaps, but they're far from offering the stability and impact the team needs. The pressure is all on GM Brad Treliving. He knows that despite the Leafs' solid performance so far, the center position is crucial to sustaining any championship aspirations. With the trade deadline approaching, Treliving has likely intensified his efforts to finalize a deal. And we, the fans, are eagerly awaiting good news. For now, all we can do is trust that the team can weather this tough phase and hope a solution, whether it's Jugstad, O'Reilly, or another name, arrives before things spiral out of control. After all, as we all know, the Leafs don't have the luxury of wasting another season with a promising but incomplete roster. The time to act is now. The Leafs center dilemma, expanding on the potential solutions. The Toronto Maple Leafs, amidst another promising yet tumultuous season, face one of their most pressing challenges, addressing a depleted center lineup that threatens to derail their momentum. While the return of Austin Matthews is a beacon of hope, the broader picture remains dire, requiring urgent action from the front office. With Kampf, Jarnkrok, and Domi sidelined, the team's depth has been stretched thin. The immediate impact is clear on both ends of the ice. Defensively, the Leafs are struggling to suppress opposing top lines without reliable two-way centers. Offensively, puck distribution and power play setups have been less dynamic, as the makeshift lineups lack the same chemistry. This imbalance underscores the necessity for reinforcements. Nick Jugstad, as highlighted by James Myrtle, presents the most realistic trade option. His affordable contract and towering physical presence align perfectly with the Leafs' needs. Beyond his imposing stature, Jugstad brings versatility. He can play both center and wing, a flexibility that would allow head coach Sheldon Keefe to adjust the lineup dynamically. However, acquiring Jugstad isn't without complications. The Utah Hockey Club, formerly the Arizona Coyotes, is currently rebuilding but may still demand a premium return for their experienced forward. The Leafs will likely need to part with a mid-tier prospect or draft pick to make the deal work. With their prospect pool already thin, Treliving faces a tough decision. Another name that excites fans and analysts alike is Ryan O'Reilly. The former Conn Smythe winner and Stanley Cup champion has a proven track record of elevating teams in high-stakes situations. His leadership during his brief stint with Toronto last season left a lasting impression. Yet, the Predators have little incentive to move him unless the offer is overwhelming. Should the Leafs pursue O'Reilly, it would almost certainly require a multi-asset package. A first-round pick and a promising young player like Nick Robertson might need to be part of the conversation. Additionally, Nashville would have to retain salary, a process that often involves a third-party team to facilitate. The logistics are challenging but not insurmountable. Internal options like Pontus Holmberg and Fraser Minten offer short-term relief but lack the experience needed for a deep playoff run. Holmberg has shown flashes of potential, but his limited NHL exposure raises questions about his readiness for a consistent role. Minten, while promising, is still developing and would be better served continuing his growth in the minors. A wild-card option could be exploring European leagues or waiver claims to unearth an overlooked talent. Teams like the Vegas Golden Knights and Colorado Avalanche have found gems in unconventional ways, and the Leafs scouting department may need to cast a wider net to uncover an affordable, immediate solution. Another factor complicating the Leafs' decisions is the looming salary cap crunch. With Matthews' extension set to kick in soon, Toronto must be mindful of every financial commitment. Adding a high-priced center now could limit flexibility during the off-season, forcing Treliving to juggle short-term needs against long-term sustainability. Trade timing will also play a pivotal role. Acting quickly could stabilize the team and prevent further slip-ups in the standings, but it may come at the cost of negotiating leverage. Alternatively, waiting closer to the deadline could yield better deals as selling teams grow more desperate. The risk, however, is enduring several more weeks of uncertainty. Sheldon Keefe's role in navigating this storm can't be overstated. His ability to extract maximum effort from an injury-riddled lineup will be crucial. Keefe has already experimented with unconventional line combinations, but the lack of true centers limits his tactical options. A new acquisition would provide the stability he needs to implement a more structured game plan. The Leafs locker room has remained resilient through adversity, with veterans like John Tavares and Morgan Rielly stepping up as vocal leaders. However, even their efforts may not be enough to overcome the absence of key personnel. Reinforcements are not just a luxury, they're a necessity. For fans, the anxiety is palpable. After years of playoff heartbreak, this season feels like another chapter in the saga of unmet expectations. Yet, there's cautious optimism. The team has shown glimpses of brilliance, and the addition of a solid center could be the missing piece that transforms them from contenders to genuine threats. As the trade rumors swirl, one thing is certain: the next few weeks will be critical in shaping the Leafs season. Whether it's Bjugstad, O'Reilly, or an unexpected name, the decision made by Brad Treliving and his staff could define not just this campaign, but the team's trajectory for years to come. For now, we wait, hopeful that the Leafs will seize the moment and finally deliver on their immense potential. Will the Leafs make their move? As the speculation intensifies, the Leafs fan base is holding its collective breath, waiting for signs of a breakthrough.